Hey guys, Molly here and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of the video, I am going to be doing my March wrap up and my January, honey, that passed already. It's not January anymore. Long gone. My April TBR. I don't know why I said January, but you know, it's fine, I'm fine, but not really. You know. But anyways, yeah, so in March, I only read one book. Readathon happened and it was a whole month-long thing in March, and there was like 15 challenges, and I chose a book for every challenge, knowing that I was not gonna read every single book, but I made a book for those challenges anyway. But I only managed to read one book in March, and it was only 187 pages. No, I was reading one of these books in March, but I never got to finish it like I wanted to, so I would have read 2 books, but I didn't, so I only read one. But yeah, so that book that I read in March was Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shawnee McGuire. I gave that 3 stars. Okay. This series is honestly, in my opinion, overhyped. I know I might get hate for that, or people are like, no, it's not, it's amazing, it's the best book ever. I'm like, look, it's great and all, but I've read better books than these. Sorry, but honest opinion, they're kind of overhyped. I gave the first one 3 stars. I gave the second one 3 stars. Yeah, it's a good plot and everything. I love the plot. But the writing is good. It's not terrible writing, but I don't know. Some of the characters felt like bland to me. There wasn't a whole lot of like depth in their characters and their personality and all that. So that was one of the reasons, I guess, that some of the characters felt bland. In both of the books, there wasn't a whole lot to the people. You know, the writing style, I love the detail in the books and everything, and that's wonderful, and I love that so much. And Shawnee McGuire is so amazing at that, and I'm not gonna deny that she's really good at doing details and the settings and the surroundings to make you feel like you're actually there. But the characters, in my opinion, feel like they're like one-sided, they're not whole, and they're like 2D basically. There's nothing much to the characters and all that. And I feel like these books are way too short. Her writing is really good, and I feel like she could make a whole lot like more to these stories and like draw them out and do a lot more stuff to them than making them like 100 and almost 200 pages. She could do a whole lot more with these stories and these characters and bring them to life truly, and more of their life experiences, and not just, you know, short, but, you know. But I did like the books. They're not my favorite books, but I did enjoy them. I did like them, so yeah. But yeah, so the second one was a prequel. I don't have it with me because I returned it to the library already. But yeah, it was a prequel, so it was talking about one of the characters and two of the characters in the first book, and all that. So yeah, but yeah, I gave this 3 stars. It was good. It's just not one of my favorites and all that. So yeah. In March, I only read 1 book, so like I have like this thing where like, oh, what, like, was it a boy or a girl, and what year was it written? I don't know why I wrote 2019, was supposed to write 2017, but you know. So basically it was one female that I read from this month. And the year that it was published was 2017. I accidentally wrote 2019. And then there was, for the rating, was only 3 stars. So that was on the rating and all that. And I forgot to do the total pages. But total pages was 187. Plus the pages above the other book, Bloodleaf, that I read in March. I didn't finish though. But I'm not going to count those pages, I guess. I don't know if I should count those pages. I don't know. But yeah, so that was March. Now on to my April TBR. I have 20 books on this TBR. I'm doing a readathon, which is the Owls Readathon that is hosted by Book Roast over on her channel. So if you want to check that out, you can. I won't go into great detail what it's about because I don't got time for that. But yeah, so let's just get started. So basically there is different careers that you can do and choose from, and all that. And what I chose was Hogwarts Professor because I like teaching and all that, and that sounds fun. But then there was like other ones that I might do next year if she still does the careers and all that. So there was like all these careers that you could have done, like in this whole packet. But I did chose Hogwarts Professor and all that. So yeah, the key traits were patience, authority, dedication, sense of responsibility, and humor. And I feel like I have a lot of that. And then there was, how many owls was there? There was 7 owls. They had a complete and all that. So, and then newts, there was like, newts is in like, I think September or August. Oh, my nose. But yeah, so basically I'm gonna talk about the challenges for the owls for Hogwarts Professor and all that. So yeah, so basically number 1 was a subject you wish to teach, and I wish I taught history and magic because I love history and all that. And I don't really read historical fiction. I don't know why. I love history and learning about history, but I don't really read a lot of historical fiction. I have 2 historical fictions that I own, and I've read, like, I don't know how many I've read. I read Assault to the Sea, which was one of my favorites. I love that one. But yeah, I really want to get into more of historical fiction because I love history and all that. So basically, I wanted to teach history and magic because I love history and it's like history and magic, so yeah. But that one was published, that challenge was published at least 10 years ago, and this book was published 10 years ago-ish. And that was Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer, and this is the 4th one in the Twilight Saga. So yeah, and I've been wanting to get to this one. I'm not reading this one right now, even though I don't know why I didn't pick this one up. I was looking through the books that I had on this Readathon TBR. I was looking, I'm like, which one am I in the mood for? Because I'm trying to read the books that I'm in the mood for at the moment and not just force myself to read them. Because if I force myself to read them, then I don't want to read them. So, yeah. So I wasn't in the, when I looked through the books, the stack of books for the readathon, I didn't choose this one, but I'm going to talk about the one that I did choose to read first and all that. But hopefully I can get to Breaking Dawn next or soon. So yeah. So this one was published at least 10 years ago, and this was published in 2008. Oh, and by the way, for this one, you must complete all 7 owls. So wish me luck. So you must pass 7 owls in total. Yeah. So wish me luck. Pray for me that I finish and actually complete this readathon. So, okay. The next one is number 2, Defense Against the Dark Arts. So, Readathon. The title starts with an R, so the title has to start with an R. And that book I chose was Royce Rolls by Margaret Stoll. This is a standalone book about this reality show and something about like a death and something when the last season happens and all this stuff happens. And basically this is about a reality show and TV show and like celebrity life, and I love these type of books. But yeah, but anyways, this book starts with an R, so that book fits for this challenge. And at number 3, Ancient Ruins, so a retelling. So I am currently reading this book, and this book has been on my shelf since last year. And I wanted to read this one in 2018. It never happened. So I think it was 2018. No, this has been on my shelf since 2017. Yeah. So this is a retelling, and this book is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. I am currently reading this one. I am on page 15. And I got this bookmark. Oh my gosh, it's a Harry Potter bookmark. But it says, it's by Luna Lovegood. I swear I can't speak English today. By Luna Lovegood. Things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the ways we expect. And I love that quote. So, but yeah, I am reading Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page on page 15. And I'm liking it so far. I didn't really think that the book was going to start out that way, or the character was going to be in that type of situation in the start of the book, chapter 1. So, didn't see any of that happening. I thought the book was going to start differently. I don't know why. And I thought the character was going to be not in that like type of situation and that lifestyle and all that. But I don't know. Like this whole like the whole like setting, I didn't really expect that gonna happen in the very first chapter or like anything like that. I don't know. I expected a lot different from the very first chapter and like how the book was gonna start and all that. But anyways, this is a retelling of The Wizard of Oz, so yeah, so this book counts for that challenge. Challenge number 4 is astronomy, so star in the title. And that book I chose was The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Koshki. Koshki? I heard Abigail Haley saying the last name. Roshani Koshki. I don't know. But yeah, this one sounds really interesting, and this does have the word star in the title. I originally thought, because I was looking at like Goodreads to figure out what book had star in the title, and I seen The Last Star was on there, and I didn't finish it for the 5th grade read along. I was like, oh, I'll read that, but like I'm not really in the mood to read that one, so yeah. And yeah, so can't wait to read this one because it sounds really interesting. And challenge number 5, divination set in the future. So I chose Gemini by Amy Coffin and Jake Kristoff, and this is set in like the 21 something. What does it say on Lumine? 2575, not 21. Okay, I was like 21. I don't know if that's not right, but yeah, that's set way in the future. So yeah, but this is the second book to the Illuminate Files trilogy, and I really want to read this one because people say Gemini is like the best one in the trilogy, and yeah, I can't wait to read this one. And it's gonna be fast and easy read, I guess, because like you see the format and all that, and yeah, it's basically media styled format. And yeah, so can't wait to read this one, and this one fits for this challenge because it is set in the future. So yeah. 6 is Muggle Studies, so a contemporary, and I chose this one because I am currently reading this one, the only contemporary that I am currently reading, and all that. So yeah, and that is Girl Online on Tour by Zoe Sugg. This is the second one to the Girl Online trilogy, and it is written by Zoe Sugg. She is a beauty YouTuber here on YouTube, and she's British. And I really like the first one, so I really want to know how the second and third one end up and all that. So I was really interested in the story. And yeah, so this one is a contemporary, and this is the only contemporary currently reading, so why not, you know, why choose a whole nother contemporary when I can just finish this one finally. But yeah, I only read like 4 pages in this, so I'm gonna like reread the 4 pages. So, but yeah, that one fits for that challenge. And then the final one is number 7, Charms, age line. So read an adult work, and this one is an adult work, and that is You by Caroline Kepnes. I really love the TV show, and so I really want to get the book, and finally have it, and I'm gonna finally read it, hopefully. And that is the end of the readathon, and then I'm gonna show you my currently reading books, and then I have 5 other books that I'm doing a surprise video for. I haven't started reading any of them yet, but hopefully soon. Oh, and then another one was after Bloodleaf that I'm going to show you is from my TBR jar, and then the last one is from my TBR jar that I chose out. And I forgot, oh yeah, one time I did this, oh my gosh, that I was supposed to choose out on camera for you guys, but I didn't do that this time. I'll do it next month, hopefully, if I remember. But yeah, so the first book I'm still currently reading is Gazelle in the Shadows by Michelle Peach, and I am on page 18. I'm liking it, but I'm not in the mood to read it at the moment, so hopefully sometime this month I can finish it, because I got it back in October. They gave it to me. It's by Michelle Peach, and Michelle Peach signed it and everything. Says, to Molly, enjoy, Michelle Peach. But yeah, and I really feel bad that I'm taking forever to read this one, but I was supposed to get a review up and everything like in October, November. And she hasn't messaged me, like emailed me or anything about it. Like, not Michelle, but like I think her like publicist or whatever, whoever does, like, I think her marketing person, I don't know who it is, sends out the books and all that. But this is, I think, self-published, like it's an indie book and all that. So, but it does sound interesting, but I just not in the mood to read it at the moment. So yeah, and I think this is another historical fiction. I don't know, it was in the 90s and it said historical fiction, I think. I don't know. I think it's historical fiction. I don't know. We're just gonna pretend it is. But hopefully I can read that one and finish it. Hopefully I can just finish it soon. Because I was supposed to get a review up back in November and that never happened. So, wait, can't say anything. Yeah. And the next one is Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I'm only on page 13. We ain't gonna talk about it. Next one, Scythe by Neil Shichaman. I think I'm on 136 or 137. I left off in the middle of a chapter, so I'm not 100% sure what page I left off on. But yeah, I was enjoying this, and I'm still really enjoying it, but I had other books to finish as well. But hopefully I can finish this one as well someday. One day, someday. So yeah. And the next one is Ignite Me by Tahara Mafi. I am on page 7. I'm going to reread chapter 1. I'm on chapter 2 right now. So I'm going to reread chapter 1 because I honestly don't remember what happened in chapter 1. So yeah. And then the next one is Sweet by Emmy Laybourne. And I am on page 26 or 27. I left off in the middle of a chapter, so I'm not 100% sure what page I left off on or anything like that. And the next one is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I was reading this for Readathon, never finished it, because I started reading Down Among the Sticks and Bones instead. But yeah, I am on page 69 for this one. Yeah. And then the other one is the next and last currently reading book is Bloodleaf by Crystal Smith. This was the group pick for Readathon group book, so never finished it, but I never do. I never finished Readathon, but it's my own Readathon. I still haven't finished it, like completed a round before, so. Yeah, but for Bloodleaf, I am on page 165. So hopefully I can finish that one day someday. And yeah. And the next one I'm not currently reading. I'm done with the currently reading books. But these are going to be, this one is my for my TBR jar. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's why I was confused. Okay. Royce Rolls is going to be one of these special books as well. But anyways, okay, this one I chose in my TBR jar, and that was The Host by Stephanie Meyer. So I chose this one, and this is a sci-fi with an alien thingy majiggy. And I am really excited to read this one. I haven't watched the movie yet, but yeah. You know. But yeah, I can't wait to read this one and all that goodness. So, it says author of the #1 bestseller Eclipse, not Breaking Dawn or Twilight, but Eclipse. You know how old that is? This one, I think this is the one, the first edition. Yeah, this is first edition. So, yeah. But okay, so now these books that I'm going to show you, except the very last one, is going to be for a secret special video that I'll hopefully have up in May, maybe, or whenever I finish these books, every single one of these. So, yeah. But the very first one is Zenith by Sasha Osberg and Lindsay Cummings. This is the first one to the Readathon, duology. It says saga, but I thought saga was like 4 books or something. I don't know. But this one is very popular on BookTube, but it's not very liked. I don't know why. But yeah, hopefully it's good and hopefully I enjoy it, because if I don't, that'd be very sad. And I love Lindsay and Sasha. They're such sweethearts and all that. And so yeah, I can't wait to read this one, and hopefully I like it. And the next one is What the Spell by Brittany Gurgatellis. You know, that's about a witch and all that. And the next one is All the Major Constellations by Oh my gosh, that scared me. Pramatima Clancy? I think I just butchered that real bad. But yeah. I really can't wait to read this one because it sounds really interesting, and it's about like this guy goes to, I think it's like a he goes to a family like something happens to his friend, and he goes to like this support of youth group of true believers, foundationalist Christians with problems, these secrets of their own, and all that, and stuff happens between this boy Andrew and this girl Laura, and all that. And yeah, so I can't wait to read that one. It sounds really interesting. And yeah, and the next one is 99 Days by Katie Catigno. This is a contemporary about a summer thingy, and I think it takes place in 99 days and all that. So can't wait to read this one too. And the next one for like the special video was Royce Rolls. And the very final book that I have to show you is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. This I pulled out of the TBR jar as well. And all that. I haven't really watched the TV show. I only watched like the first like 10 minutes of it and then I stopped watching. I really want to read the book first and then watch the TV show and all that. So yeah. That's it. Oh my gosh, that's my March wrap up and my TBR for April and all that goodness. So yeah. Alright, without further ado, I hope you liked this video. Just kidding. Like this video if you did. Make sure you subscribe down below to see more of me. And if you enjoy my content, and also hit that little bell button right next to the subscribe button to see more of me. And if you enjoy my content, if you want to be notified whenever I do post a new video. That's what I meant to say. And then comment down below the books you read in March and all the books you are planning to read in April. I would love to know as well. How many books are you reading? How many books did you read in March? And all that goodness. So that's honestly it for today's video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!